Going on, guys? I'm going to pull the bike out. We're going to go over all the differences, or the difference that I know about on the brand new 2024 Road Glide compared to my previous bike, the 2022 Road Glide Mad Max. Oh man, let me tell you guys, I love this bike. I absolutely love it. I'm sure you guys know that already. I'll just roll it out. I don't want to start it right now, but I'll give you guys a startup. I'll give you guys a startup when we're done. It's quiet, but the bike is looking really good. I just love how the bike looks. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous bike. What do you guys think? Let me know. I just love the looks on the bike. So you guys already know that I absolutely love the design. This design of the new 2024 models, in my opinion, I love it. It is so much nicer. If you guys haven't seen a 2024 model yet, you guys have to check it out. Some people say that this front fairing looks bigger. I disagree. I think it looks more compact. I love the headlight design. I love the lines. I love how they did the windshield, the vent here for the air in the front. I love the lines, how the lines just go in conjunction straight into the tank and then down through the side panels into the bags. I love how the bags look. I love how the back of the bike looks. For me, it's a little more rounded, a little more compact looking. It could be different for everybody. It's subjective, but for me, I just absolutely love the new body design. Next thing is what I've noticed. If you guys take a look at an older model, the front axle, how the front axle is mounted and stuff, instead of the big nut and stuff, you were able to install like the front axle covers, caps over the front axle. You can't do that anymore. I don't think you can, because now it's actually a big like Allen key in here to take it out, to unloosen it. So they totally changed the front. I was gonna order a pair of chrome lowers for this, but I don't believe they have them right now, because the lowers are different. If you guys could see, I'll show you guys a close-up. You know what, better yet, I want you guys to see this. So let me just take the camera off and let me just walk around the bike. I think you guys would appreciate that better. But see what I'm talking about right here? It's just different. There's an Allen key inside. There's no nut. There's nothing that you could really put a cap on. So as far as now, I don't believe Harley has chrome front lowers for this, looking on their website. Love the front, obviously the front fender. It's a ST fender. I love it. It's the same one I actually had on Mad Max. So the next thing is the wheels. I really, really appreciate these wheels. You have to see them up close. The way the black inside and just the exposed aluminum on the lip and on the inside of the spokes and by the hub, it's a really, really nice looking wheel. 19 in the front, 18 in the back. Comes with the Dunlops. Again, I'm not crazy. It's okay, this tire lasts long, but I'm not crazy about it. After a while, especially in the cold, in the rain, they do break free quite easy. I would definitely recommend Metzler Cruise Tech, or my favorite tire, the Michelin Commander 3s, which I'm gonna run these to the ground before obviously I replace my tires. As far as the front rotor, again, mounting is different. So you guys could see how the bolts are for the caliper. As far as the size of the caliper, honestly, it looks bigger. I'm not sure. I will do the research and put it up on the screen if that is the case, but the rotor does look bigger. The caliper looks the same, but the rotors do look bigger. Let me see what else. You got whatever you want to call them, the cowbells, but now the fairing is kind of lower to where you don't have that chrome cover on the lower tree, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So look at that front. Oh my goodness, that looks good. I love it, absolutely love it. All right, so let's go towards the back. So now, okay, crash bar. Crash bar is different. I actually really like this crash bar. I don't know if I'm gonna change it out, to be honest with you. It looks really good chrome. Like I said, probably in the next video, I'm gonna tell you guys what my ideas are for this bike. I'm still working out a couple details as far as which way I wanna go with this bike and what parts and stuff like that. I'm already 100% on certain parts, but other parts I'm still doing research on. And like I said, there's some parts out there, not many. Others are going to be coming into play here in the next couple months or a year or so when manufacturers start catching up. But also there's manufacturers that have parts for previous models that will actually work on this bike. So I'll bring you guys that information soon. So I think the front crash guard I'm going to leave. I like it. You guys could see the cooling line coming from the forward #1 cylinder head right there. It comes down this way. That actually goes, the cooling is actually only on the head. So the line actually comes from down there, comes up, goes into #2 cylinder through the head. Then there's a crossover tube, goes into #1 head, and then comes out. That's the line. And then this is the coolant reservoir, which is right here on the front of the bike. There's a cap on top. You guys could see I'm moving it. Overfill hose that goes down to the bottom right there. And then what's great is you have the oil cooler, right? And then this bike, the standards come with a fan on them already. So think about how much more cooling we have, right? So on the previous model, like my 22, you had no liquid cooling. This does, which is huge. And then it did come with an oil cooler, but it did not come with a fan. So that's why you guys probably seen in a lot of my videos, I had to add the cooling fan on it. So this one comes with it. So you have a fan on the oil cooler and you have liquid cooling. So check this out. If you guys, this works the same as the 22. So if you go power the bike on, all you have to do to make sure that fan works is full throttle, hold it, listen. You hear the fan running? Haha, that's awesome. So I didn't know that was going to work on the new models. It did on my 2022, if you guys seen that video that I put out. If you want to check the fan, if you know you're going to be riding in some extreme conditions, extreme hot weather, that's really good to check every now and then. Put the power on your bike, go full throttle, hold it there for a couple seconds until that fan kicks on. This way you know that that fan is, you know, obviously running and operational. So another thing I like what they did, I love that they put this little fairing right here, this little cowl, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful high gloss black with this nice grill right here to cover the oil cooler and the fan. I just love how that looks. It just really cleans the bike up really nice. So that's another thing that I love. You already have that Y bar that I had on my bike, because if you want to go with a lower crash bar, or if you want to go say with a Santoro Fabrics crash bar, you know, the one I had on Mad Max, then you need this Y bar. This is already here, which is great. That holds actually the front fairing in place. It's a structural component. Let me see what else. I do believe this is exactly the same frame that is used on previous models. 100% I could say that these bags will fit on, say, a 22, 21, 20, and also the older bags will fit on the new bike. But I will tell you that a 23 and back seat will not fit on this bike, because the seat pan is different on this bike. So you can't take this seat and try to put it on a 22 or 23 and vice versa. A 22 from, say, Mad Max seat will not fit on this year model because the seat pan is different. When you take the seat off, you could see how different underneath is. And just so you guys know, also on the newer models, the 24s, if you take the seat off, there is already two, not one, but two heated gear harnesses. A lot, and which is friggin' awesome. You have right here, I have the battery tender lead. The only issue, and people have already said this to me before, the only issue with these leads are they're short. And that's a shame. I'm probably going to have to put an extension on it. They should have made these leads a few inches, maybe 6 inches longer, 6 to 8 inches longer. Yeah, so, but they're there, which is fantastic. You don't have to wire anything in. As far as the floorboards, the rear pegs, stuff like that, I think where the exhaust mounts, front boards, as far as the shifter linkages, the brake linkages, they are all the same. So I'm going to bring that video to you guys next because that's going to coincide with what I'm going to do with the bike. As far as, you know, engine, trans, engine 117, but this 117 does have, I think, 3 to 5% more horsepower than the previous model 117. It really does move, especially if you change it from, like, say, road mode to sport mode. You could definitely feel the difference, how responsive the throttle is and the power. It's amazing. But as you guys know, the new models, a lot of them started the CVO 23 models. They came with the VVT. There is a wire that is still going to the camshaft chest area, and I believe that's an additional camshaft sensor. So that's still there. So they're going to have, like I said, because obviously the ECU different and more sensors, it's going to be some time before aftermarket tuners and dyno tuning is available. What else? Let me see. So we went over the bags. Obviously the lights are all LED for this model, front and back, but we're going to be changing the back out probably here soon, maybe in the next couple days. I'll bring that video to you guys. We're going to be changing out the back lights and how the license plate is mounted. I have something really cool for that. We're waiting on some mountain brackets so I could put my luggage on. Let me see what else. Oh, another thing is right here, gas cap. No more gas cap. This is, see, a flip. It doesn't lock, but you just lift the tab up and you lift it up. I actually love it because now I don't have to worry about putting my gas cap on the side of the tank or up on top of the gas pump. So it's really good. I already went over the switch housing and how the switch buttons are laid out and the infotainment system. If you want, check out that previous video. I will link it down below. You guys could check all that out. Also, this bike turns on just like a CVO does. This lock right here would only lock, obviously, the column. But if you want to turn the bike on, you just click on that switch, fuel pump kicks on, and infotainment system starts booting up. So as long as you have the key fob on, there is no, switch, big switch on the bottom where you had on the previous bikes. Also here, the cubbies are they're definitely bigger. They go down further, deeper, bigger. And also the cubby covers, they lock. So you have to actually push it down, and they're like on a hydraulic kind of hinge, and they come up slowly, which is really nice. And there's no way to pull them up. Don't try to force them up because you'll break it. Some people did already, so it kind of locks. Another awesome thing is they did this like plastic wind deflection thing here on both sides. But what I absolutely love is these little winglets that you could actually pull in if you want more air to you, and it'll blow air into you, or if you want to push them out on a cold day to kind of keep the wind more off of your legs. These things work absolutely amazing. I tested them out on our test ride when we were out in Nevada, and they work absolutely awesome. Okay, so that, what else? I'm trying to think what else that I've noticed. If any of you guys notice something, if you have a 24 model, and if you notice something that I actually missed, do me a favor, hit a comment down below in the comment section so everybody knows, and this way we could go over it. But these wheels are super, super nice. The back kind of looks the same as far as how the swing arm is, and the axle and axle adjuster kind of look the same as far as the covers go, and where the exhaust is mounted. You still have right there for the swing arm covers. I'm gonna have to get some Figurati swing arm covers. Horn, they obviously moved, which I actually really like. I like that you have the coil pack here, kind of looks cool, and then the horn is down there below. I just have to take that yellow sticker off, but horn is down below, which I absolutely do not mind. Sound system sounds, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna say the same or a tad bit better, but I'm actually going to be installing some upgraded Harley Davidson, Rockford Fosgate sound systems. I think we're gonna be putting in the speakers and a 500 watt amp, so stay tuned for those videos. And parts should be rolling in from Harley Davidson soon here, so we could start doing some small upgrades. Stay tuned, because like I said, I'm working out the details as far as how I want this bike to look and what I want to install on the bike. And I promise you guys, it's not going to be the same as Mad Max. It is going to be a little different, but I will tell you, I am going to definitely add as much chrome on this bike as possible. I'm just in love with the black and the chrome. So I think that's the route we're definitely going to keep, as much black and chrome, or I should say as much chrome as possible. I don't want any of that finish like on the front fork legs. I know you guys don't like that too, so we're gonna be changing that out and just keeping the bike black and a lot of chrome, nice and timeless, nice and classy looking. There's Sandy over there waiting for me. But I'm pretty much done with this video. I just wanted to show you guys a couple of the differences here. Over here you have like the vent that you could open up. I appreciate that. I like to have a vent, and this vent is so much easier, and it's not going to cause you any problems, unlike the other previous models where you had that button. If you didn't install the top cover correctly, or if there was something in the way of that whole mechanism linkage underneath, then a lot of times you push the button and it wouldn't actually open the vent. So I appreciate this vent a lot better. It's easier and nothing is going to happen. Levers are the same, mirrors, but let me show you guys this side lever. They only did it on the brake side, which is understandable, because then you might have a problem disengaging the clutch. Right there, it's actually push away, and then you have your adjustment right there. So whether or not you want this lever a little further out or not. Come over here, buddy. What do you think? What do you think about the new 2024 models?
Beautiful. I've been seeing you.
Oh, you got custom dynamics, my man. Oh yeah, baby.
Beautiful.
What do you think?
Layout, and the bike is just nice. The chrome's shining.
Nice, right?
Black, yeah,
black and chrome, man. Black and chrome.
What are you explaining?
It's killer.
What are you explaining to people?
Today's video is just about the differences, the little differences from a 24 to a 23 or prior. So there's a lot, even though, you know, there's noticeable differences. Also, like I said to you guys, the power on this is a lot better. Oh, this is another thing which I definitely want to show you guys really quick. So I already explained to you guys as far as the power differences, but another really important and amazing thing is the suspension. So this is a totally different suspension from the previous models, and I definitely wanted to show you guys this. This is definitely a much better suspension. So the front suspension is definitely resprung, retuned. It works a lot better. You don't get a lot of that nosedive. And look at the back shock. You see that, Sandy?
Yeah.
On previous models, these shocks were literally like baby shocks. Like they were so thin. You could see that they're more robust, a lot better. It actually comes with a shock tool. They give you a shock tool so you could adjust preload properly.
Like change the ring setting over here, right?
Yeah, you could adjust the preload. So it comes with that when you purchase a bike. So I just wanted to show you guys that. It definitely is a big difference as far as the suspension, night and day.
Wow, even the buttons over here, these little lock systems.
Nah, that's rickrack, man. That's rickrack safety buttons. Link down below in the description. But yeah, the suspension is a lot better. I will definitely attest to that. It's definitely a lot better than previous year models, stock suspension. So I mean, the whole bike. I mean, for me, I think the biggest takeaway of this new bike is all the changes that they did in the design. The design I love. You got liquid cooling. You have a fan already on here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you don't have to install, you know, yeah, you got the fan, you got the shroud for the oil cooler. Just telling everybody that I love the crash bar. I actually like it. Nice. I might not change it out, but the design.
Handsome bike.
It really is. The style, the front, I love. It just looks new. It looks.
Can I sit
Absolutely, buddy. Let's see.
It's a big boy's bike, huh?
Ah. That's for big boys, bro. Get off of that thing. You look good on it, man.
Cool. It's really nice. This is stock, right?
You know what, Sandy? How tall are you? 5'10"?
5'10".
So let me show you guys. Sandy is 5'10", right?
Yeah, 5'10".
And look at his arms. They are actually straight. You see that?
John, is this the stock?
That's a stock bar, but I pushed them forward a little bit. It might be a little too forward. Yeah, but I'm taller and my arms are longer, so but it feels good, right? So even for a guy like Sandy of his stature, 5'10", the bar setup, and I explained to you guys, the bars are actually pushed a little bit forward. It looks really good. Yeah, and your arms are perfectly straight. So like if you guys don't even want to change out the bars, you don't have to. I mean, the stock bars, they really look good, Sandy. Yeah, the stock bars really look nice. So those are the little differences, but we're going to be doing obviously our upgrades to the bike here in the next couple days, couple weeks, and we're going to start riding because we're actually more rain coming today. Sorry, not today, later today, tomorrow, and Thursday. A lot more rain coming. It's been raining here in the Northeast. It always rains a lot.
Let's try to go out no matter what tomorrow, or like
tomorrow.
Next few days.
Definitely next few days. Absolutely. Hopefully this weekend we could get a ride out. The guys in the group didn't even see the bike. Only Sandy. So that's it, guys. Me and Sandy got a bunch of stuff to do right now, some important stuff. But that's it for this video. I hope this video helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. I gotta put this one in the shed. Let me give you guys a startup because I gotta work on the Duke 890R. Power on, fuel pump on, and then one touch. Quiet as a kitten. It's quiet, but it sounds good. It sounds good. It needs a set of slip-ons. It definitely needs a set of slip-ons. Or a full exhaust. It's running like a fine Swiss watch.